gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car. I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Homicide in Oakton is in the country illegally. ICE tells Fox 5 27-year-old Maudin Guzman unlawfully came to the U.S. from Honduras. Guzman and another man are charged in connection with a stabbing over the weekend on a walking trail in Fairfax County.
Staying ahead of a murderer on Fairfax County trail that has shocked neighbors. On our air this morning, the police chief saying that this appeared to be stemming from a petty dispute. 2 people in custody tonight. Fox 5's David Kaplan live at the Fairfax County Courthouse with more details. David.
Marina, good evening to you. You mentioned those 2 people that were in custody this morning on Fox 5 Live. Chief Davis told our own Steve Genevieve that he did expect murder charges to be filed at some point. Take a listen to what he said live on our air.
Blunt force trauma murder, to include a stabbing. We have 2 people in custody. That's breaking. We haven't shared that yet with the community. We anticipate that they'll both be charged with the murder of this man sometime later today.
Wow. So another example of Biden's bloody border at play. We have 2 illegals being arrested for the murder of a man on a popular Fairfax County walking trail. And this is very reminiscent to the Lake and Riley story that happened on the University of Georgia campus just recently. So very reminiscent of that, except this time it was a man who was killed. The mode of violence, blunt force trauma, and they also stabbed this guy, so it's a little different, but it just shows the utter violence and barbaric nature that a lot of these illegals are willing to distribute. Now, a lot of people like to bring up, oh well, there's crime in the United States and US citizens commit more crime, but that doesn't matter, because every single person who is illegal coming into the country, meaning they didn't go through the proper channels, illegal channels, they are a criminal by extent or by virtue of the fact that they crossed the border illegally. So that argument doesn't even make sense, because when you tip it on its head, you realize that it's just a BS talking point to excuse the illegal nature of crossing over a sovereign border. But anyways, it looks like these guys settled into the States, and it took them less than a decade to commit a violent crime like murder. And we just can't have this in this country. We have to make sure that our borders are secure. We have to make sure that we aren't bringing in extra people who aren't supporting the tax base, who aren't paying their fair share of taxes, who aren't US citizens, and who are not doing things the right way. We can't afford to have these people in our neighborhoods and making them less safe.
Again, has not happened yet, but you heard it right here on Fox 5 this morning. Police have not identified the victim. It's unclear what this dispute was, but Davis says the body, again, blunt force trauma and stab wounds, was discovered in Saturday afternoon on a popular walking trail near East Blake Lane Park. That's in Oakton. Fox 5 spoke with neighbors who said they were a bit unnerved, but did find some relief that this appeared to be an isolated incident.
And, you know, that's what they say, but they're saying that about every illegal alien who's deleting somebody, who's straight murdering somebody. I mean, if you guys have been paying attention, Biden's border is only getting bloodier. And now it has been passed over to Kamala's border. So now this is Kamala's bloody border. And I mean, she was indeed the border czar, whether the mainstream media wants to admit it or not, which they have before. But she was the border czar, and this was her responsibility. And now you see that, you know, the fruits of her labor showing itself in everyday life, and it is affecting the lives of Americans.
That's a feeling that I have when I talk to some of the new neighbors in our neighborhood. Just kind of call them and say, hey, look, I mean, this is just an isolated incident. But would I allow myself or my wife or loved one to walk in this trail after dark? Most likely not.
All right, so regarding charges, again, nothing that we have heard. I reached out to the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office about this today, have not heard back. If anything changes, we'll be sure.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Janquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetizing shadow banning this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
John, thanks. And we have just learned 725 undocumented individuals have been in the custody of the Fairfax County Sheriff over the last year. But just
now that is crazy. Over 700 illegal aliens have been in custody. They're not sending them back. They're not cooperating with ICE. This is crazy. It's inexcusable. These super illegal burrito gremlins are on demon time.
just 3 were transferred to ICE.
7 News' Nick Minock reports one of the men recently arrested in connection to a murder is in the country illegally.
New tonight, ICE confirms one of the men that the Fairfax County Police Department arrested in connection to a murder in Oakton is a Honduran in the U.S. illegally. ICE tells 7 News the Fairfax County Police previously arrested Maudin Videz Guzman in March and charged him with malicious assault for severely injuring a victim, and he did not appear in court. And ICE says the Fairfax County Police once again arrested him on June 28 and charged him with malicious wounding. ICE says they issued multiple immigration detainers against Guzman, but the Fairfax County Sheriff's Office refused to honor the ICE immigration detainers.
Wow, so ICE knew about him. He was on the radar. He had committed previous crimes, and Fairfax County will not cooperate with a federal immigration, law enforcement officers to get this guy out of the country. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. We have to get this fixed. We really do.
In a letter this morning, Fairfax County Sheriff Stacey Kincaid explained to 7 News she requires a judicial warrant in order to transfer inmates to ICE. Loudoun County Sheriff Mike Chapman says his office honors ICE detainers even without a judicial warrant.
We need to make sure that we're not keeping these people in our community that can do further harm. It makes no sense to me to allow these people to stay in the area, and then commit another crime if we know for a fact that they're violent and that they're here illegally.
Fairfax County Sheriff Stacey Kincaid, Fairfax County Commonwealth's Attorney Steve Descano, Chair Jeff McKay, and the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors have been pushing for sanctuary county policies. In January 2021, Chair McKay and the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors passed a policy 9-1 that does not allow county employees to share resident-citizen status, so undocumented immigrants in Fairfax County can feel free to access county services.
And that passed 9-1. 9-1. I mean, how can you fix that? Seriously. How can you fix that?
It's called the Trust Policy, and as a result of that policy, the Fairfax County Police Department does not ask people who they've arrested for their citizen status, and FCPD does not share citizen information with federal immigration officials. Descano has also said he will not cooperate with ICE, nor will he notify or alert immigration officials about defendants his office comes into contact. Nick Minock, 7 News.
Well, these Soros-funded prosecutors, DAs, judges, council members, I mean, the woke brain rot is so strong. This whole county is a sanctuary county. You will never I mean, you'll never fix a problem here. How can you do it?
News.
Person has been arrested in connection to a murder in Oakton, Virginia. Nicario Gonzalez's body was found near a wooded area along Route 29 on July 20th. 2 suspects were already taken into custody on Wednesday. Police arresting.
Dang, so they got another one of these little super burrito illegal gremlins, and Buddy looks very young. This is crazy. So you got 3-on-1. They go and take out another man, and we haven't really got much details on him, so it kind of sounds like this man may have potentially been an illegal as well. Maybe this is over a drug dispute, who knows? But at the end of the day, if anyone else was on that trail and they had witnessed that or anything like that, they would have been toast too. So these situations create a dangerous environment for people, and it's shameful that Fairfax County has a super woke city council, super woke leadership, super woke prosecutors and judges, and they are not participating with federal agencies to get rid of these illegal aliens. That's a shame, and that is disappointing. But that's the reality that we are living in. These super illegal burrito gremlins are on demon time.
A third, 20-year-old Wilmer Guzman. He's charged with malicious wounding and is awaiting extradition to Fairfax County.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.